I will let you guys know that my test just came back in, and I am positive. So, we've had a negative and a positive.
Right in the middle of the show.
All right, hold on, Rick. Look at me real quick because I want to read your face because I know how you are. Say that again. I just want to see if you're messing.
No, I'm not messing around.
Okay, I see your face now. All right,
like you did on April Fool's Day.
Yeah. I just had to look into
that's
you.
been a long time ago.
Right. I just needed to see your face. That's all. Okay.
Well, and that was the reason to do the prolonged test because you want to have a test result that you can feel good about. If I had tested positive on a rapid test or even negative, I would have been like, eh. So, but I don't really have any symptoms other than some cold symptoms. This has put me at like day 7. I mean, obviously it could get precarious, in the next few days if I go downhill, but talked to my doctor and he said to call him after the show. And we will get a game plan on what he wants me to do over the next few days until I get to the other side of it and come back. So we do not, right now, Big Love here at the house, tested negative. I tested positive. We also have Brody here at the house who's already had it, so he has the antibodies. And I'll talk to the doctor after we finish the podcast today with Sean Spicer, and he says we'll get our game plan together. Probably will include Sherry having to go in for a test too, I'm sure, but she doesn't have any symptoms yet. My symptoms are very mild, so there's nothing to be concerned about as of right now. Now, I'm not naive to know that, to think that I'm finished because we're on day 7 from exposure. I know this is normally when it kind of indicates the way it's going to go. My son, who exposed us to it at Thanksgiving, he's not having any issues at all. He's positive and he has very mild, very similar to me, just kind of like I have a cold, no fever or anything like that. I still have taste and all that as of right now. That could go at any moment, but I did notice this morning my coffee didn't taste as strong as it normally does.
Okay, are you serious? Straight up?
Well, you know how you start thinking about everything.
I know.
Once you start, and
you have been unsure about yourself all morning long during the commercial breaks. Yeah. You've talked a little bit about there's a chance. I mean, I have felt like based off your demeanor in the commercial breaks that you may have felt like, hey, I may have this thing.
Yeah, and I've seen you blowing your nose in the break.
No, I did think that I had it. I mean, I never felt terrible, but I'm so hypersensitive to. Yeah. I usually feel really well. Mm-hmm. I felt swimmy, and the swimminess.
Talk about the way I feel right now.
Mm. Yeah, the way I feel now.
I was going to talk about the color of your cheeks.
Hang on. Technically, let me rephrase. Technically, I potentially was exposed. The person that I was around has actually tested negative, and it's not confirmed. I was not around anybody that actually was confirmed.
That's right.
Positive like you.
That's true. Yeah. He just ran a fever for several days and all that, but hasn't and tested negative once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so we'll see.
A little different.
Yeah. Sorry about that, buddy. But
thanks for lumping me in there, will you?
Well, that's okay. Of course, you were around me, and I haven't.
No, I wasn't.
You remember that time?
He's making stuff up.
Do you realize how many text messages I have received from family members in the last 20 minutes on when's the last time you're around Rick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if everything, because now we don't know the time we're living in. All I'm telling you is that we think I was exposed at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you know, because he's the person who said he tested positive. Mm-hmm. His girlfriend tested positive, who had ridden to Atlanta with him from New York. So, and they had all tested negative before they left New York. So they got it in Atlanta, and then he brought it to Thanksgiving.
Mm. And I was not at Rick's Thanksgiving. We worked together, so on holidays
we got it, Greg. We got it.
Yeah.
He's trying to. You heard him try to lump me in there.
Yeah, yeah.
During the break, I called my pharmacy and got 2 new inhalers. I'm not lying about that. Really? Put in orders.
Well, you're asthmatic.
Yeah. Well, I want to be. I'm feeling weird.
Well,
right
what's
now.
helped the show really, Rick? If you want to, just being selfish here, is that we hadn't seen you since last Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's good.
Guys,
that's a good thing.
Well, it's good and bad, but keep in mind, I wouldn't have got exposed if it hadn't been Thanksgiving either. So.
Well, that's true.
For me, it wasn't that great, but for you guys, it was perfect.
Yeah, as far as work being exposed, you know what I'm saying, like the board and all that. That I keep thinking it's dirty and has COVID. Yeah, I keep telling myself, he hadn't touched it since last Wednesday.
I grabbed a How to Be a Man book in my office a minute ago and thought, hey, Helms, he didn't just touch it, he wrote it.
Right.
Yeah. Now I will say this: when I came to get my check, I did go lick stuff in everybody's office.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, buddy.
I'm for the herd immunity. Let's just all get through it.
Right. Let's all do a show in hazmat suits. I think the people would love it.
Well, I have part of one.
Well, I'm the king of mindset changes with me when I realize there's nothing I can do about a situation. So now my mindset has completely shifted through push on through it and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so now I know what I'm dealing with. I know my mentality. I know where I need to go and not go. I don't have to do the, hey, I wonder what that means. Hey, that feels kind of strange. Now it is just like it is nose to the grind, and I'm pushing to get to the other side of it now.
Feel like I have a fever. I agree. I agree with 100%. And for the show, you can now talk about what it's like getting on the other side of it.
Well, I hope it's not overly dramatic, but because there are a tremendous number of people who've been through it, and they all have wildly different experiences.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's right. Well, good deal. Well, we're getting it, boy. I tell you, wow. The text messages the whole staff doesn't have it. Okay, people are emailing. Hey, I hope y'all get better.
Yeah,
Rick
has not been here this week. This is why you do.
Right.
This is why you do the contact tracing.
Yeah.
Theoretically,
and it's why you figure out how to work Zoom, and you go get Ethernet cords and all that.
Right.
That's right. That's what we had to do.
That's right, buddy. 866 We Be Big is the number. We got those coming in. We got emails. Everybody's just well wishing you, Rick. Everybody wants you to get through this. And
guys,
do okay.
Look, I'm fine. It'll y'all just keep me in your prayers, and I'll get to the other side of it, and I'll be back stronger than ever. Then I'll be impossible to deal with then.
Right. Yeah, because you're going to be like a superhero.
Yeah.
Because if I get to the other side of it unscathed and all this, and I get back. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, I'll declare that everybody's a candy at that point.
Right.
Even more so than I normally do.
Right. Yeah.